everyone, I hope you're safe and well. So this week the government made a surprise announcement that metal detecting is now allowed in England. It's not been allowed for a few weeks due to lockdown, but we're now allowed back out to detect again with certain restrictions. So make sure you check out the government website and the National Council for Metal Detecting's website as well, just to make sure you're au fait with all the restrictions. I would list them here, but I'll probably forget one or two and I don't want to mislead you. So check those resources out, make sure you're following the rules, but you can now get out and metal detect under those restrictions. The other exciting news for today, this is the video you need to watch if you want to take part in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'll tell you how you can win those after the titles, but for now, I'm Adam, this is my metal detector, and for the first time in a very long time, that's a beach. Welcome to D-Tekt Sussex. So I'm so excited to be back out on the beach again this week for a metal detecting hunt. First time in a long time that we've been able to get out because of the lockdown restrictions. Now, if you want to be in with a chance of winning some prizes in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, I'm going to tell you exactly how. But first, let's have a quick look at the prizes themselves so you know what you're playing for. So those are the prizes. There's 2 runners-up prizes and 1 star prize. The runners-up will receive a Nokta Makro cloth patch with an iron-on backing, a D-Tekt Sussex sticker set, and a D-Tekt Sussex pin badge. These are brand new, no one's had these yet, you'll be the first. And the star prize is all of that, so Nokta Makro patch, sticker set and badge. You'll also get a D-Tekt Sussex pen and a D-Tekt Sussex mug. So, all to play for. The way I like to do my giveaways, I'll do it the same as I did for my 500 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to hide numbers digitally within the video you're about to watch. Okay, so I'll be hiding numbers in the video. All you need to do is find all of the numbers, so it's almost like a treasure hunt for yourself as well. Find all the numbers, convert them to letters, so 1 would be A, 2 would be B, 3 would be C, and so on through the alphabet. Find the numbers, convert them to letters, and those letters will be rearranged into a metal detecting word. So that's it. Find the numbers, convert them to letters, solve the anagram, and then send me the answer. Now, I would prefer it if you didn't put the answers in the comments below, because then everyone's just going to copy. So find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, just search D-Tekt Sussex, I'll come right up, and send me a message on there with your answer. Okay, just tell me the word that when you've solved the puzzle, tell me the word. And what I'll do is in a couple of weeks' time, I'll make a draw of all the names out of a hat, and yeah, we'll have a star prize and 2 runners-up. Good luck, everybody. Let's get detecting, shall we? Okay, so I'm just starting on this beach. Settings wise, I've ground balanced in beach mode, which took it practically down to 0 anyway, which you'd normally expect for a wet beach. And then I've knocked it over to park mode 2, because you don't need the depth for a beach. And park mode 2 is quite good for getting rid of some of the trashy signals. So I'm just going to check out some of these sandy areas. You can see that the beach has been stripped quite heavily if I pan you up. There's quite a lot of sandy areas on the beach. So I'm going to do this section and move over a few bays, and hopefully the tide is on its way out, so hopefully that'll free up a little bit of wet sand work for later in the video, as long as the weather holds. Onward! Okay, so first signal coming up here, mid to late 70s. Very, very strong, very powerful signal. 77, 78. About 3 chevrons by the look of it. Let's have a closer look and see what that is. Oh, whatever it is, it's out. Wasn't that deep. Just there. Let's have a closer look, see if we can figure out what it is. There it is, we found it. It's a bit of scrap metal, I think, aluminium. Part of something originally. There we are, first find. Onward. Okay, another one really loud in the 70s, a little bit lower this time, 74, 75. 2 to 3 chevrons showing on the machine. Little hints of slightly higher numbers, 76 popping in, but 74, 75 mostly. Just there. Nice big bold clean sound in the headphones. Let's have a look, see what it is. Oh, I think I can see something. Hey, we got ourselves a fishing weight by the look of it. There it is. Have a look. Yeah, fishing weight. No wire, no hooks, that's good. Nice bright yellow tips to it. Great stuff. Well, I've got a little pot at home of lead weights, so when I get to a certain weight I can take it down to the local scrap merchant and they'll trade it in for a little bit of cash. It's always a good thing to do. Lovely stuff. Onward. Okay, so this signal was coming up a screaming 95. I have seen what it is. Look at that! It's a flipping torch. Holy cow! That is a chunky torch, little torch. A brand on it anyway. The lens has gone. Well, if it still works. Button's pushing in. No, I'm making it contact, it's not working. Wow. Hit in focus, there we are. Is that a brand there? It's like a model. XML T6. No, can't see a brand on it. Might just be a cheapy one, but wow. Solid 95. Chunky torch. Onward. Okay, this was quite deep, about 6 inches. It's coming up 50s or so to start with, but a little bit scratchy. I actually had to take the sensitivity up to full. I've been running it on 2 bars off, but I had to take it up to full just to find it and isolate it. It took me ages to dig down to it, and what was it? Flipping ring pull. Yeah, all the way down there. Oh well, that's the way it goes. Onward. Okay, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's quite a lot of black sand just in this area here. Might be a little clearer over here. And I've actually got a couple of signals. Where are they? There we are. There's one over there. Solid 75. Nice, clear, bright signal. And there's another one over here. Sort of a double beep on that one. It's a little bit more jumpy. So I'm not sure what that's going to be. Oh, in fact, I think I can see that on the surface there, look. We'll have a quick look at that one first, as it's already out. Spotted it amongst the stones. Yeah. Have a quick look at that one, and then we'll have to give the other a dig. The reason I point out the black sand is a good indicator of where things are going to settle in the tides. Black sand tends to be heavier, so that's where the heavy objects like metal will settle. So, yeah. What do you reckon of that? Maybe a wheel? A bracket for a wheel? That's the axle. A trolley wheel or a suitcase trolley wheel, something like that. Oh, there we are. Let's just drop that in the finds box. How are you doing on the numbers? Hope you've managed to get all of them so far. More to come. Now let's have a look and see where we are on this one. Okay, so it's over here. Just there. You can see on the screen there, hopefully. 75, 76. Just there. Let's give that a little dig. There's a couple of chevrons on there. They shouldn't be too deep. Okay, it's out. Just there. Let's get the pinpointer. Just narrow that down. To be honest, I'm expecting a bit of aluminium, but who knows? Yep. As predicted. Little scrap of alley. Never mind. Onward. Okay, this is a bit of a weird one. It's coming at late 50s. The VDIs were nice and solid, sort of 57, 58. But the sound was really kind of distorted and horrible, so I'm a bit interested. I gave it a quick dig, and it's this. So I'll be honest, I've no idea what this is or what it's from. So if you've got any thoughts, let me know. It might just be from a toy car or something, I suppose. But it's metal, probably aluminium. And I think it was the hole here and the holes above it, but mainly this main hole here that was making the sound sketchy. Yeah, let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure that's probably off of a toy car. But yeah, any other thoughts? Drop them in the comments below. Lovely stuff. Onward. Alright, I think this might be a day for strange finds. I had that metal torch earlier, and I don't know if you can see what's in the hole there. This was a little bit sketchy. I dug it more out of interest than anything else. Yeah. Scissors. Not your average everyday scissors either. Not sure what they would be for, but well, they're pincers maybe, actually. That's a grip of some description. You can see there's sort of ridges inside there, so it's for holding something and putting it somewhere else. It looks almost scientific, doesn't it? Or like a lab or something. Or you see on the old like the hospital programs or the crime programs, and they're pulling bullets out of people and dropping them in little kidney dishes. I don't know. Strange. Things you find on the beach, eh? But hey, I guess it means this section of the beach hasn't been done yet, because, you know, that's been in there a while. The torch had been in there a while. That was a bit deep. So I'm guessing since Wednesday, when the government announced the changes, this beach hasn't been done, or this area hasn't been done yet properly. So I'm going to carry on and see what more we can find. I'm going to go down the bays on the shingle. The tide is going out fairly quickly, so I'm going to do a few more bays on the shingle, and then I'll turn tail and come back and do a little bit of wet sand. But yeah, odd finds today. On we go. Alright, next target, 75 solid, a little bit of 74 in there, but mainly 75 solid, and you can actually see it just poking out the surface there. I don't know if you can spot it, just there. See a little metal wires sticking out? Looks to me like another fishing weight. Yep. So a little bit of cord, but no hooks. It's good. Red on the top this time. Sometimes they have markings on them. Yeah, not sure. Just a quick note on the competition today. If you see a number on a find, i.e. if I pick up a 2p and there's a 2 on the 2p, that's not a number, okay? So if there's a number on this, for example, sometimes they put numbers on these, that won't be part of the competition, okay? They'll only count if they're numbers that I've put in digitally in the background, okay? There we are. On we go. Okay, so you can see how deep this was. Stick my foot in there. Probably a good 6 inches down on that. We have our first spendable coin today. It's 20p piece. Lovely stuff. Ringing up exactly where you'd expect. A little bit sketchy, if I'm honest. I don't know if it was on its side, perhaps. The corners were maybe scattering the signal slightly, but yeah, that was a sketchy signal. But 2002, 20p piece. There's her badge, and the Tudor Rose design on the back. Onward. Okay, so just a foot or so from the last hole. The last hole was here. That's where I found that 20p. And this is the hole I've just dug. Almost as deep, not quite. We may have ourselves a coin spill situation. We have another coin here, spendable coin. Let's have a little look. It's like a 50p to me with those ridges on the edge. Oh, it's a special one. It is 50p. So there's the head, 2017, so fairly recent. On the back here, oh, I see. Oh, I remember these coming out. That's great. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Beatrix Potter. Commemorative coin, came out 2017. I'll clean up nice later. See some of the shine coming through. Yeah, there he is. Peter Rabbit. I'll see if I can get a clean image off the internet of what this should look like, and I'll pop it up on the screen for you to have a quick look at. But yeah, look at that. Oh, I'm really chuffed with that. Nice. 50p piece, commemorating Beatrix Potter, The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Lovely stuff. So I'm going to have another little look around here, maybe spiral out a little bit, see if I can find any more. It looks like there might be a bit of a pocket spill here. And yeah, onward. Okay, no more coins in that little area. So I've walked a few feet away and had a banging 17 signal. Not something I'd normally dig, but the signal was so strong. And it's this. It's some sort of hinge for something or other. I kind of vaguely recognise it from something, but I can't picture it. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think it is. Stainless steel. I'll probably finish editing the video later and go, oh, it's one of those. But yeah, if you know what that is, drop me a comment down below. Otherwise, onward. Okay, so this beach is detected quite heavily, and so you'd expect all the sort of historical finds and things to be found, but I think I've just found a bullet case. Yeah, this is quite a touristy area, but this appears to be, at least at first glance, a bullet case. It was coming up around about 40. Yeah, there's the firing plate at the bottom there. Don't know if I can get any of that text off there. Don't know, could be off a 2.2 or something. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely got some age to it. It's been there a while. See well the corrosion on the casing there. Huh. Come to this beach, I do not expect to find things like this. You know, I expect coins, ring pulls, bottle tops, that kind of thing. Maybe the odd little bit of jewellery if I'm lucky. But I don't expect any of this. It's quite, is that flat at the bottom there? So that's unusual. I wouldn't expect that to be flat. There should be like a ridge going around the bottom there to, you know, hold the bullet round or the round in place while the firing pin strikes it, and then the bullet comes flying out the end. So, just because it's not what I'm expecting doesn't mean it's wrong. So, if you think you can identify that for me, obviously with the slightly unusual feature at the bottom there, not having that ridge, let me know. Bizarre. Cool. Onward. Okay, so we've now got a fair bit of wet sand forming. Still got about an hour or so before the tide is all the way out. I won't be here until then. I don't want to stay out too late because we are still in lockdown, and it's not quite in the spirit of it to spend hours and hours on the beach at the minute. Although we are allowed, it's probably best not to take the mickey. So I've taken the ground balance. It was on 4, which is what the auto ground balance at the start. I've taken it all the way down to 0, and I've knocked the sensitivity down to 4 bars. We're not really digging too deep here, it's just going to flood. So that should be plenty. Staying in park mode 2. Let's see how we get on. Oh, and I'm now wearing wellies. You may remember last time I was out on the beach I got my feet soaked with my trainers on, so I've got myself a nice pair of wellies, so hopefully that'll be they'll stay dry this time round. Let's carry on. Okay, first find on the wet sand was coming up in the 40s, just a little bit of scrap aluminium, but that was really tricky to find. It was a fairly solid 40 in the hole. Took it out with one scoop and the signal vanished. So I knocked the sensitivity up full and went over to all metal mode. That was the only way I could find it. Managed to track it down with that, and then the pinpointer did the rest. But yeah, a little scrap of aluminium. So I'll go back to my normal park settings and onward. Alright, so I'm just running out of time now. I'm going to head home now. Have you found all of the numbers for the competition, or are there 1 or 2 still to come? Stay watching till the very end of the video, just in case I sneak one in at the end. Let's have a closer look at what I've managed to find today. So a quick start with our tat box. So rusty ring, bits of aluminium scrap, ring pull. Obviously I haven't shown you absolutely all of this, just because it gets a little boring after a while, but that's the reality of metal detecting. You are going to find little bits of junk like this. We've got that stainless steel hinge, what I think is part of a toy car, and that wheel fitting, possibly a trolley wheel or suitcase wheel, something like that. We've got a couple of nice lead weights, fishing weights. There's that bullet casing. I'm still going with bullet casing until someone tells me different, but yep, looks like a bullet casing to me. Then we have a couple of really unusual finds. There's our metal hand torch and those scissor grips. Bizarre. And then onto the coins. 70p today, so we've got old Tudor Rose 20p piece and a special, the Tale of Peter Rabbit 50p piece. So I'm really happy with how that went. Don't forget, if you've got all the numbers for the competition, message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd rather you didn't put it down below, just so people don't copy. Message me on Facebook or Instagram with the correct answer once you've converted the numbers to letters and solved the anagram. And don't forget, if you like a really nice rugged waterproof bag just like mine for metal detecting, check out the link in the description down below and you'll get yourself a 10% discount. Thanks very much for joining me again this week. Have a fantastic time until the next time I see you. Take care.